The 2023 Banana Ball World Tour, loved by our good friends over at Zappos. Full capacity Grayson Stadium ready to rumble as the Bananas and Party Animals do battle for the second straight night. The Party Animals 9-8-1, the Bananas 9-9-1 overall. But if they can win tonight, they will even up the season series against their foes. Quite a scene here in our city by the sea, as the party starts well before gates open up, and now you look live into historic Grayson Stadium. Jesse Cole introducing his entire cast and crew. The Splits, Malachi Flash the Kid Mitchell, Alex Ziggy Ziegler, Dakota Stilts Albritton, Maceo Harrison, the dancing first base coach, Split, the strongest banana in all the land. And as you just saw, the Banana Nanas in the background of the Nanas, the Banana Band blasting away the Mad Nanas, the Dad Bod cheerleading squad, all fired up to deliver an incredible show this evening. Maceo always with the exclamation point. Welcome up into the broadcast booth. Biko Scala here. So excited to have you watching here on YouTube. The chat has been going wild, as the same for the K-Club chat. It is a beautiful night here in Savannah, Georgia, inside Daffin Park. Grayson Stadium awaits a really exciting night. We had a great ball game last night. The Bananas won 2-1 on a walk-off after a phenomenal pitcher's duel between Jared Donaldson and Garrett Delano. And now we see Kyle Lewigs going for the Nanners, their ace on a Friday night, opposed by Dylan Porter, who has been one of the best pitchers on the tour. A banana in the summer series. He has gone to the dark side, now throwing for the Party Animals, and he's been a really tough cookie for the Nanners to crack so far on this tour. So it is all on the line tonight. We do not resume the World Tour until next Thursday. So a good 6 days with a little Easter break, a little Passover, whatever you want to call it, until we resume this tour. And if the Bananas can win tonight, they even the season series against the Party Animals and will be a whole lot happier with what they have done across the first 20 games. Remember, this tour, 87 games in total, 33 cities, 20 different states. We are back in Savannah, which was stop number 2, stop number 3 even, of the 7 cities we've been to thus far. Okay, let's throw it back down to the field, because the young professor is on the mound and going to get us fired up for tonight's ball game.
And girls and potassium enthusiasts from around the world, tonight you and thousands of your friends here live, thousands more watching at home on YouTube, have gathered here to witness something beyond your wildest imagination. From Maine to Fort Wayne, from Montana to Savannah, the Banana Maniacs come from across the globe to witness this. This is not baseball. This is the crucible where the fastest, hungriest, and most entertaining players are forged. This is a game of the fans, by the fans, and for the fans. But this is not your granddad's pastime. This is not just another night at the ballpark. This game is baseball by birth, fruit by name, and an absolute worldwide sensation by the grace of God. This is the time for this capacity crowd to get up on your feet and give me your voices. This is the greatest show in sports. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Banana Ball!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineup for your Bananas. At TH number 3, Eric Jones. At shortstop number 6, Ryan Cox. At first base number 19, Dan Oberst. In left field, number 7, Michael Vitamin D. At catcher number 1, Bill Leroy. At third base number 8, our greatest showman, Jackson Olsen. In right field number 9, Noah Barr. second base, number 18, Denny Hosley. And number 10, our bat trickster, Alex Ziegler. On the mound for your Bananas, number 12, straight out of Richmond Hill, Georgia, Kyle Louise. Your Bananas are managed by Tyler Gillum and Adam Byron. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats. Here to honor America with the singing of tonight's national anthem, please welcome Sand Hill Elementary.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, Sand Hill Elementary.
A dynamite rendition of the national anthem from Sand Hill Elementary. And we are mere moments away from the first pitch of the 20th game of our 2023 Banana Ball World Tour, loved by Zappos. River Crimea, welcome to the BTV crew. Shout out Starla Mutiny. Looking for Brockton, Massachusetts tickets on the old wait list. I understand the struggle. Best of luck to you, Starla. You take a look at Kyle Lewigs. Briefly getting ready to rumble with his teammates, bumping and jiving out in front of him. It'll be the 6-year Banana as our PA announcer and DJ Shark said, straight out of Richmond Hill, Georgia, just down the road. Kyle has had some excellent starts against the Party Animals on the tour thus far. He's the innings leader at 39 and a third thrown, as you see right there. Averaging under 5 minutes per inning. Excellent for one of the starters on this here tour. He's got a 5.72 ERA, which to baseball fans may sound astronomical. It's nearly a full run lower than the Bananas team ERA of 6.5. This is a hitter's sport. There are no free bases due to the fact that a sprint is usually, if you've got any kind of wheels to you, gonna give you 2 bases. And if someone's on second base, well, throwing 4 balls to the hitter is gonna score them just about automatically. Kyle has given up more home runs and more hits than anyone else on the tour. 5 long balls, 45 hits, but it makes sense being that he has thrown nearly 3 full innings more than anybody else on this year's tour. Christian Dearman, second to him at 36 and a third thrown. Kyle also pacing the tour with 31 strikeouts as you look at a menacing Garrett Delano. Last night's starting pitcher for the Party Animals, who threw 6 shutout frames. Reginald Horton, the hardest working man in sports, fired up for tonight's game. Here's Jesse Cole.
1, 2, 3. Showtime.
When the owner says it's showtime, showtime it is. The first 6 in the Party Animals lineup are just about as deadly as they come. 7 through 10 are no pushovers either, but you really have to survive, especially the top 4, Hampton, Cornett, Skoll, and Bloomer, who all are putting up video game numbers 19 games into the tour. And Reese always loves to hack at the first offering he gets. Comes in hitting .348, a .443 on base percentage. Switch hitting right fielder. Was a banana on last year's tour, has taken a trip to the dark side. I don't think he's coming back. Drives that one deep down the right field line. Noah Bridges giving it a look. It's gone! Oh, Reese Hampton! 3 pitches into the ball game, leaves the building. His 3rd long ball of the tour. And the Party Animals jump out in front to a 1-0 lead in the first inning. Party Animals it looks as if they're trying to assemble a slip and slide for Reese. It is going to be a soupy home plate as their right fielder with the longest slide of his career thus far, just to put the exclamation point on a bomb down the right field line. Grayson Stadium, a pretty cavernous park. 322 to left, but it plays a lot deeper. 400 to center, but the wall is 16 feet high. And the only spot in the armor where you can kind of sneak one out of here is down the right field line, 310 feet. Of course, there's a 16-foot wall there as well, so Reese had to climb our mini monster that encompasses about 60% of the outfield. It's the 2nd homer he has off Kyle on the tour. The first one has an asterisk next to it as Dalton Cornett, the DH. Almost identical numbers to Hampton, a .338 batting average, .442 OBP. Hampton's first homer off Kyle was all the way back in the 3rd game of the tour in Jackie Robinson Ballpark down in Daytona. Kyle got 2 quick outs in the top of the 5th inning and then brought all 7 of his fielders behind him into the infield grass as he gets DC3 to fly it to center. Noah Bridges backflips, makes the snag. What a sight for sore eyes. It had been a while since the doctor ripped off one of the more impressive trick plays we have in our sport. It's his 9th trick play on the tour. He is perfect in all 9 of his attempts. And that was probably the cleanest backflip he's had since night 1 in Daytona. Bring us right back to the point. First pitch Kyle threw to Hampton when all of his fielders were on the infield grass was a hard ground ball on the turf that rolled all the way to the right field wall and easy inside the Parker. Reese picked up his 2nd homer on the tour just 2 games ago, this past Saturday in Peoria. It was a bomb 1st inning blast to walk off the inning as the Party Animals were the home team. That was thanks to this man, Jake Skoll, who is 4 for 5 in the pregame home run derbies he has competed in. 4 of them against Dan Oberst, 1 against Dakota McFadden. Because he won the home run derby in the Peoria Sports Complex this past Saturday, the spring training home of the Mariners and Padres, he got the right to choose if the Party Animals were going to be home or away. Kyle wins the battle right there. Kyle gives you a pretty traditional 4-pitch mix. Throw a 4-seam and 2-seam fastball, works a cutter in as well, and then a curveball and slider to boot. He's always tinkering with a changeup, but if you ask the man himself, he's never quite felt like he has mastered it. Bryson Bloomer Kyle's 2021 Coastal Plain League teammate with the Bananas, leading the tour in batting average at .424. And strokes that one to left. Michael Deeb's got a beat on it. He's going to have to take it on a hop. And a good example of why the Boomer is pacing all hitters in batting average. On balls that he puts in play, his average is north of 500. It's pretty incredible. Now Tanner Thomas, two-time teammate of Mr. Lewig's on the Bananas, 2018 and 2019. For the man out of Tallahassee Community College, 2 years as a JUCO Bandit before shipping up to Blacksburg, Virginia, 3 years as a Hokie at Virginia Tech. Bloomer over at first base. Not the fastest man in Chatham County, but he is an excellent base runner as Michael Deeb snags that one. And Kyle ends the threat, but one run on the missile off the bat of Reese Hampton out to right. And the Bananas will need one run to tie the inning, 2 runs to win it as we take a look at the cut from Reese Hampton once again. And that ball sneaking over the right field wall. Scary when the former Detroit Tigers product starts heating up. T-shirts being hurled at the sold-out crowd here in Grayson. And as Dylan Porter gets loose on the mound, it is my distinct honor to welcome in Dalton Cornett to the broadcast. How you living, buddy?
What's up, Nico? How are you?
I am doing fantastic, my man. As I turned on your wrong mic. Give me a little mic check now.
Check 1, 2.
Yeah, you sound good. Okay, DC3, that is that beautiful Pippa Passes Kentucky drawl right there. Give me, as a guy who's caught Dylan Porter a decent amount this tour, give me the scouting report on your starting pitcher tonight.
Well, I think Dylan has a high-rising fastball. You know, he really lives off that spin rate. So I think you work high in the zone with Dylan, and you're set.
Okay, and Kyle was able to win the battle against you tonight, but you have been a really tough cookie with him on this tour. What's it like facing Kyle Lewig's once a week?
Well, you know, you never get used to it. I thought you would get used to it, but you don't. I see something different every single time, so, you know, I would like a fastball every now and then, but I get a lot of breaking stuff, so I guess I have to live with it.
That's a fact. You don't get to choose what Mr. Lewig's throws you, unfortunately. Eric Jones, the first man to swing it for the Nanners, the DH tonight, gets a half night off after catching last night. You see the numbers there. Fantastic for a guy who spent time in the Minnesota Twins and Seattle Mariners organization. And that one just misses the black on the outside corner. Porter low to mid-90s when he really wants to reach back for a little something special. Fastball, curveball, slider, changeup is the arsenal. And evens the count at 2-2, that one out of the ballpark. Now DC3, you are in your second straight tour with the Party Animals. You have been an excellent bat both times through. How different is this year's tour? I mean, obviously, we've got 87 games compared to 12 of them, but how different is it this year round compared to last year as Dylan Porter is going to take care of EJ himself?
You know, I think everybody has just prepared a lot better. The competition's obviously there. Like they said earlier today, without, you know, the competition, this thing don't run, you know, as good as it does. So I think everybody stepped up their game, and we have unreal competition out here.
You take a look at the snag by DP once again. He is a heck of an athlete on the mound. He has the most impressive trick play we've ever seen pulled off by a pitcher is Ryan Cox, who's been swinging a hot bat as of late. Batting average just below 300 and only 3 strikeouts across his 19 games played. That one served out to left center. Jake Scholl's got a beat on it. And boy, he makes it look easy out there, huh?
Jake, for a big guy, Jake can really run. I mean, I guess, you know, he played football, so he can fly.
Yeah, 7 years of minor league baseball. It's very understandable why he was the 15th overall pick back in the 2010 MLB draft. Now Dan Oberst. Last year's tour leader in batting average when he hit 440 across the 12 games against you guys. I don't know where that one missed.
Dan can swing it, Biko.
That's a fact.
Straight up.
Gets a friendly call from Vincent Chapman, the home plate umpire. As you take a look at the stats right there, yeah, 362 at the batting average, 422 OBP. He has picked up right where he left off. Was the Gulf South Conference Player of the Year in 2021 at the University of West Georgia. Followed that up with a stupendous year offensively for the Bananas when they won their first of back-to-back Pettit Cup championships in the Coastal Plain League. And now a 2-2 count here. Now, what was going through your mind when you saw Dylan Porter eyeing up a pop fly in the infield and he was sticking his glove behind his back?
Okay, well, knowing Dylan Porter, you know, you never expect that. It was something that I did not see coming. But once he did it, you know, you're like, oh my gosh, did he really just pull that off? But, I mean, he's very athletic. As you see him do the pistol squat, that takes some real athleticism. I couldn't do that. I mean, no shot I could ever do that. So, yeah, he's a super athletic guy, so.
He picked up the pistol squat from Jack Flaherty training in one of his off seasons. As we'll have another payoff pitch coming to the Bananas first baseman. Porter trying to earn a point for the Party Animals. One strike away from it. That ball lifted high and far out of the ballpark. The count still full at 3-2. Now, you're a guy who grew up in Pippa-Passes on the campus of Alice Lloyd College, where you ended up spending all 4 years of your collegiate career, as Dan hangs tough again. And throughout all that time, you never developed a love for vegetables. Has that changed over your past couple years in Banana Land?
So actually this off season, that was one of my big focuses. So I was really striving to work on my diet, and you know, so I added a little bit of lettuce in there.
All right.
So now we can put a little lettuce. You know, if I'm eating a taco or something, I'm all right with lettuce. So, you know, the green stuff, it's come around a little bit on me.
Okay, well, we're not going to make you eat any vegetables on the broadcast tonight, but we will have a little treat.
Okay.
This next half inning. Right now, Dan hanging tough, and he's going to keep the inning alive. What an at-bat. Goes into double-digit pitches, pulls a lot of arrows out of the proverbial quiver of Dylan Porter.
You know, Biko, in Pippa-Passes, the green stuff just, you know, it's not a big thing.
It doesn't grow very well in the valley?
Well, oh, it does.
I bet it does.
It does, but not a huge thing.
That is.
My dad's the same way. Won't eat anything like that.
And he made it into Major League Baseball, so, you know, you can't doubt the process.
If it works, it works. Biko.
Yeah, right.
Maybe I should eat a little more. Maybe that'd help me more.
Well, you never know. Okay, well, we'll have a cookie after the break. Right now, the inning tying run at first base, the inning winning run in the box in the form of Michael Deeb, the Bananas leader in batting average, comes in hitting .377 in his third straight tour with the Nanners. One of the few veterans of the One City World Tour back in 2021 is Garrett Delano was lounging, and now he is leaped up to attention. Looks like Sean Fluke is going to keep hanging out in one of those lawn chairs. That's a beautiful pitcher's pitch right on the black of the outside corner. Dan over at first base, 11 for 14 in his stolen base attempts, but thrown out each of the last 2 times he's tried to swipe a bag. And he's picked off. We saw 4 guys picked off last night, and Dylan Porter picks it up right where the boys left off. Party Animals win the first inning, 1-0. They now lead in the all-important points category by the very same score. And that's a good start for your boys.
Beautiful. That's what we like to see.
Is there any kind of discussion going on with Mike Vivacis, Sam Claycamp, your coaches, and trying to control what has been a pretty vibrant running game for both sides and the increase in pickoffs and at least success rate of them recently?
Well, you know, we have a lot of experience and professional experience on our side. So
Sure.
I think they kind of just pick up on it, you know, on their own and It seems to be working.
Yeah, well, you see Dan often trying to get those kind of like a jumping. It's like you're getting your secondary lead before the ball even comes in, and it helps you with your steal. Seeing Anthony Volpe do that for the Yankees early on. Okay, we have a enormous and delicious looking tray of cookies. Can you eat this mid-game?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, terrific.
100%.
Go in there and pick one out.
Let's get it.
This is from Marty Barrington, the grandma coach
Marty
of the Bananas, and let's see what we've got going on here.
Beautiful.
Really good.
Really good.
Oh, very soft.
This is my type of diet right here.
Yeah.
I'll get a hit next to bat because of this right here.
All right. Powered by Marty. Okay. I'm giving this chocolate chip cookie a 9.3 out of 10.
I'm going to go 9.5.
Good.
Yeah, I really like it.
It's delicious. I like a really salty cookie.
Okay.
There's a good salt content in this, but it's a little more sweet than salty.
Right.
Boy, if I had a tall glass of milk,
Oh.
I'd put this whole thing down.
We're golden.
Yeah. That's a fact. Okay, so you'll fool around with the milk then.
Yeah, oh yeah, love milk. Love milk. You know, been on a healthier kick, tried almond milk. So, I'm
Look at you.
I'm dabbling in almond milk right now.
Okay. All right, sweet. Okay, and it looks like we can probably keep you for this half inning, but if your boys start rallying, you're going to have to evade the booth. Breland Almadova gives that puppy a ride. And tumbling catch! DR Meadows, what a snag!
Wow.
He robs Breland Almadova of extra bases. That was a fantastic catch.
I can't tell you how many times he's done the same thing to me.
You know, it's funny because you come in hitting .338 tonight, which is fantastic in its own respect as you take another look at DR barrel rolling into the walking barrel party, Michael Deeb. But it does feel like you've been getting robbed more than anybody else on the tour.
I've had some bad luck, Nico. I've had some bad luck.
Well, it's pretty amazing that you can have so much bad luck, hit into so many hard outs, and still have a batting average on the verge of .340. Chase Acuff squirts that to first, right through the wickets of Dan Oberst. Only the second error of the year for the normally sure-handed Bananas first baseman. And Acuff, who's been swinging a much better bat as of late. Really good to see him starting at shortstop after he took a fastball from Christian Dearman in the helmet last night.
Yeah, that was scary. You know, we had a little trick set up for hit by pitches, and I didn't know if it was fake or real, so I was a little worried for a second.
No, that was very real. He actually ruptured his left eardrum, but not bad enough that he couldn't play past all concussion protocols, and he's out there on first base. Now Joe Lytle, the catcher, comes in hitting .241, a .292 on base percentage. We went through spray charts just following where hits have gone for everybody on the tour. And Lytle, pretty well split between right and left field. He goes the other way excellently. Seen a lot of his hits going out to left field. Acuff over on first base. He's got good speed, 4 for 5 in his stolen base attempts. That ball smashed foul. In the comments section, Bryce on 72 wondering what does it mean points and runs. So in Banana Ball, if you win an inning, you get a point. So runs are scored during innings, and points are earned by winning innings, and the more points at the end of the night wins the game. So it's really where you make your bacon. 2-2 coming into the Party Animals backstop. And he serves it foul. Deeb's going to give it a look.
Oh, no, don't catch that.
Now, you have not fouled out to a fan in your career yet, have you?
I don't think I have.
I don't think you have. It's remarkable you can say that. Guys like Ryan Cox and Tanner Thomas have fouled out to fans 3 times in their careers, each.
Hopefully it doesn't happen to me.
It's good you knocked on wood just now. This one chopped to second. Danny Hosley
What a play.
tries to get the lead runner, and Dalton with a perfect broadcaster's jinx to the opposing team.
There we go.
He said, what a play, as the throw sailed into foul territory down the left field line. Acuff scores, and Lytle will take 3 bases on the E4.
And Biko, I might have to go. I might be hitting.
Yeah, that's a fact. You are in the pit, 1 behind in the hole. I don't know if that's what you...
Banana Land? Good to talk to you, Biko.
Hey, thank you so much for coming up and hanging out with us. There goes Dalton Cornett, who has a decent chance of swinging this inning, so he will traverse down the catwalk and try and find his way into the Party Animals dugout for Jason Swan, Dustin Baber, and Reese Hampton all hit, which would send DC3 to the dish. Chance for a fan to make a play here on the pop-up in foul territory by Jason Swan, but that ends up going right through the hands of a man in the second deck. So the Party Animals capitalize on back-to-back errors from the Bananas after last night. We played a remarkably clean game. No errors, no trick plays missed throughout our 9-inning ball game that we finished well under the 2-hour time limit. Jason Swan playing with fire, that one out of the stadium, so no chance for a fan to rob him. That ball lifted out to left. It's going to get the job done. Michael Deeb underneath it. He hurls it home, but Joe Lytle scores easily. And a 2-spot here in the second. Both errors by the right side of the Bananas infield come on in to score. Jason Swan, a guy who was out for a few weeks with a little pulled hamstring. It's great to see him back as Dustin Baber, Irish jigging his way to the dish. Is he going to chug this thing? Oh, that was remarkable speed. Boy, he put that down in record time. It's good to see our lower third graphic is on theme. Party Animals second baseman. Skies it in foul territory. Leroy throws away the mask. Looks like he's underneath it. And there to make the snag. The Party Animals capitalize on 2 Bananas errors. And they score both runs. And now the Nanners will need 2 runs to tie the inning, 3 runs to win it, as we head to the bottom of the second. And let's check out our showman of the night from an evening ago, Jared Donaldson, with the bow to Jackson Olsen before the ball game. There he gets Dalton Cornett, only the 3rd time that our man who was just in the booth has struck out on the year. And it ended up being a 7-strikeout night, just 1 run across 7 innings, as he ended up getting Skol twice. A lot of time to celebrate for Donnie and his catcher, Eric Jones. The really remarkable part of his evening is he retired 15 straight between the end of the 1st inning and the 5th inning. And he had 4 innings that were less than 3 minutes, and 1 inning that was less than 2 minutes. Those are really elite numbers when it comes to minutes per inning, and you see him upset as he left in the 7th because he finally gave up a run on what was a steal of first base. A 2-base sprint and a sac fly. Not even a hit there to produce the only run he gave up on the evening. And he dropped his average minutes per inning from 5 minutes and 56 seconds going into the game to 5 minutes and 12 seconds coming out of it. Looks like the young professor has lost another sing-off to Jesse Cole. That brings his season record to 5 wins, 15 losses. Saw that on his Twitter earlier today, and it's good to see that the fans are still willing to get an autograph from him after another disappointing performance. It's going to be 4, 5, 6 in the Nanners lineup as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Michael Deeb, Bill Leroy, and Jackson Olsen all due to swing the lumber. And Deeb tries to check his swing, clearly goes around. Mentioned it earlier when he was at bat in the bottom of the 1st before Dan Oberst was picked off of first. But Deeb is the Nanners leader in batting average at .377. That's third best on the tour, only trailing Jake Skoll and Bryson Bloomer of the Party Animals. And his .450 on base percentage, also pacing the Nanners. That's a squibber. Dylan Porter like a jackrabbit off the mound, and a strike with some chutzpah behind it over to first base. And Porter 2 for 2 in his chances in the field tonight, just 4 batters in. Now faces the Bananas catcher Bill Leroy, the Prince of Banana Land. See the first base bleachers clapping along as Billy Squire blares throughout a sold-out Grayson Stadium. Well over 200 straight sellouts here in Savannah, with the wait list for tickets approaching 600,000 people. All mind-boggling. When I came to broadcast here for the first time in 2020, their sellout streak was at 88 in a row. And they had never played a banana ball game before. First game I broadcast was a scrimmage, and Bill Leroy got the first ball four sprint in banana ball history. He ended up scoring on it because John Michael Fail, with his baseball instinct kicking in, didn't want to throw the ball around. Ben Anderson was on the bases, and then when he finally did throw the ball around, he threw it away. And Bill ended up scampering all around. It was a walk home run. Haven't seen a whole lot of them since then. Dylan Porter. The mannerisms show that he is violently upset with the strike zone of Vincent Chapman early on. I understand the complaint. The 2-1 pitch he threw was a perfect pitcher's pitch. It looked like maybe it was a smidge off the plate, but it was right around the black. And he's going to want that call all night long. Bill hanging tough. 5-year man out of the University of North Georgia, 4 years collegiately with the Bananas. This is his second year in a row as a pro. Hitting .308, a .362 on base percentage. And he's tied with Dalton Cornett and Ryan Cox for the lowest amount of strikeouts for everyday starters, just 3 of them. Bryson Bloomer, his teammate in 2021, attacks that ground ball and retires Leroy over at first. Now Jackson Olsen, escorted to the dish by Sean McBride and his Banana Band. Actually, no Sean McBride present, just his band. The grade 8 third baseman for the Nanners has to get on for the possibility of the innings tying run to come to home, and Porter once again unhappy with the ball call on a close pitch. And he gets the call on that one. Pretty similar to the first offering. Porter's control pretty much pinpoint tonight, living on the edges. That one tapped to second, and Dylan Porter covers the bag, but Breland Almodovar makes the snag. And Breland was not on first base. That was a miraculous trick play by Dustin Baber as he 360 between the legs, and Breland barehanded it right away from Porter. You don't see that every day. Styling Hawaiian clearly didn't know that his starting pitcher was covering the bag as Noah Bridges. Little Ferris Bueller's day off? Is he wearing any pants is the question that comes to my mind. We're gonna have to cut this time out of DP's minutes per inning. That was quite an entrance. Oh my gosh, he's still going. This is a stupendous performance. Okay, we're ready to rumble. Vincent Chapman has his helmet. After the long song and dance, Porter ready to rumble. Bridges represents the inning tying run. He's got 2 homers on the tour. He's got the pop to tie the inning in one fell swoop. Count 2-1 on the Nanners right fielder. 5-year man at UNC Wilmington. It's just about as fast as they make him. Porter will check on Olsen over at first base, who has only tried to swipe a bag once on the tour. He was successful in his attempt. That hurts. No shin guards for Noah in his socks and t-shirt outfit. Actually, no cleats either. He's literally just in his socks. Just came to my attention, and Dylan Porter will set him down swinging. A strut off the mound for the Party Animals starter, who secures the second straight point for the boys in black and pink. It is 2-0. Bad guys in the lead. And here is Maceo and the fellas for a little mid-inning dance, and we are lucky to be joined by Josh Talevsky on the mic. How you living down there, Josh?
Great, Vico.
Looks like there's a little theater involved in this dance too. You feeling confident? Looks like you're telling a story out here.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, you're keeping up thus far.
Yeah, I love it when we do that, Vico.
Looks like you and Donnie have just about the same skill here. So that's good for you.
Yeah.
Look at you go. You figured this out, man.
Yep. Yeah, Vico, I've got this thing going on, man. You got to wait for the grand finale here.
Maceo throwing a pitch.
Oh, no. Donnie.
Maceo Harrison, Jared Donaldson, Malachi Mitchell, Christian Dearman, and Josh Talevsky. What a job!
Thank you, Vico. Thank you, man. This one came together kind of last minute for me, but I'm proud of what we pulled through.
Would you like to put a ranking on your performance before we say goodbye?
I'll give it a 6.7, I think.
6.7. A lot of room to grow.
I wish I'd had a little more rehearsal time, but that's on me. That's on me, you know. Look, I'm the statistical savant. Maceo handles the dancing, but really good stuff out of us. I'm proud of what we did.
Listen, well, I appreciate you going out there and cutting a rug and having a mic on. That was really enjoyable. We'll talk to you in a few innings, buddy.
All right, sounds good, buddy. You have fun up there.
Thanks, Josh. There goes Mr. Talevsky as Reese Hampton squirts that one down the left field line fair. And after leading off the ball game with a home run, he thinks about trying to get 3 bags before Randy Voss says that's a ground rule double. The ball caught up in the bench in the Party Animals bullpen. Hampton nonetheless halfway to the cycle. Homer a double thus far tonight. Nanners were shifting him to the right side pretty heavily. And there's a lot of room between Jackson Olsen and the third baseline. Now Dalton Cornett from the broadcast booth to the batter's box. Flew out to center field his first time. D.R. Meadows ripped a backflip while making the catch. And now the Bananas will align themselves for a little pre-pitch boogie. Quick dance, but a good one there from Kyle Lewiggs, Ryan Cox, Danny Hosley, and D.R. Meadows. Appreciated the fire that was involved in that one. Count now 2-1 when Dalton was in the booth, in case you weren't watching at the time. He said when it comes to facing Kyle for the 8th time on the tour, you would think these guys would start figuring him out, but does a good job of keeping them on their toes. A lot of breaking balls, as you've seen on back-to-back pitches here. Cornett homered off of Kyle back in Daytona right after the Reese Hampton full fielder in the infield shift inside the park home run. Cornette turned on a fastball and put it out. And that time he finds the 4-hole. Sends Reese Hampton over to third base. And Party Animals on the corners with nobody gone. Now Jake Skoll will swing it. They won the first inning 1-zip off the solo blast from Reese Hampton. And won the second inning 2-0, capitalizing on 2 Bananas errors. Both runs were unearned. Jake Skoll turns and burns. There could have been a play made on that one. Looks like it nearly bounces into the concession stand on the second deck. Skoll, the only strikeout victim of the night for Kyle. Mr. Lewig spent 4.5 years at the University of North Georgia, 3.5 of them living with his battery mate, Bill Leroy. And this is his 6th year as a Banana, just like Bill behind the dish. That one skied in the infield. Dalton Cornette has to reverse and throws to first. Danny Hosley not able to get the bag. TC3 was nearly at second base when he realized the ball was popped in the infield. Nearly collided with Dan, did collide with Ryan Cox. Fielders trying to find the ball in the air. Cornette just trying to traverse his way back to first base, and what an athletic play by Danny Hosley to save a run. Reese Hampton would have scored easily from third if that ball had squibbled away from the Nanner second baseman. Huge first out for Kyle. Uses one of the oldest tricks in the Banana Ball book. Pick off over at first, your runner slides. As soon as you get the ball back, you're firing home. There are no balks in Banana Ball. Just can't do anything absolutely absurd. It's kind of you know it when you see it type of deal. Bryson Bloomer a single his first time. And a line drive to left. Cornette 1 for 2 in his stolen base attempts, takes off, the throw all the way through, the tag not in time, and Reese Hampton scores as well. Double steal for the Party Animals. They put a run on the board in all 3 innings as Hampton touches home plate for the second time tonight. And a tour-leading 26th time on this young season. And the Party Animals will row their way back to the dugout, using their bats as the connective tissue. Hampton now 7 for 9 in his stolen base attempts. As he swipes home, a night after being thrown out trying to steal home, Ryan Cox made an excellent play to gun down Hampton in the first inning last night, with Tanner Thomas trying to swipe second. Payoff pitch to Bloomer. Popped right side, going to be a tough play. Dan Oberst able to backpedal and get under it for out number 2. Now Tanner Thomas, left fielder for the Party Animals, flew out to his counterpart. As you take a look at Joe Lytle moving it and grooving it. And a 1-0 count on the pride of Fleming Island, Florida. Pickoff attempt on Cornette, who's back with plenty of time to spare. Thomas taps it to first. And the second-year Party Animal grounds out, but not before his teammates use a double and a single and a double steal to manufacture their 4th run of the night, looking to secure their 3rd straight point. And we have a new one here in Banana Land. This is the sweatshirt body race. So the sweatshirts have their legs and their arms in it, and they go around the infield. You would think green had an advantage with the inside track, but yellow on the outside, out to an early lead with pink right on their tail. Little collision between our sweatshirted contestants. Looks like some kinds of weird animals as green and blue collide. Green takes a tumble, and pink is going to be our victor out in front, with orange coming in a very close second. Green will take third, and blue is going to be last. That was quite a doozy, and we have exhausted contestants exiting the field as Reginald Horton doesn't even know what the word exhausted means. That guy is nonstop energy. Well, Colin Ledbetter lounges in the Party Animals dugout. Dylan Porter out for his third inning of work. He's given up a single in both frames so far tonight, but thanks to a pickoff and a strikeout, the Banana has not reached second base. It's the bottom of the lineup, 8, 9, and 10. David Meadows, Danny Hosley, and Alex Ziegler. First, the Banana center fielder. Kind of, is that like a red panda stuffed animal turned pink? A lemur. Yeah, that looks like a lemur. Thank you, Chad Reese, coordinating producer of Bananas TV and animal expert. That came all the way from Chris Haynes by the Transitive Property. Our producer back in the control room with the correct animal identification. 3-0 now coming to DR. And that one just misses the outside corner. Late start for the doctor as Lettle fired it right away. And it's just going to be a one-base sprint. Fifth sprint on the tour for DR, who's got great wheels. Has encountered the first friction in his running game across his Bananas career. He went 26 for 26 in stolen base attempts this past summer in just 20 games as a collegiate Banana. It was a pace that I'm not sure any player in the Coastal Plain League across a 20-game sample size has ever replicated since the league started in the late 90s. As Maceo Harrison coming in like a wrecking ball while Porter checks on Meadows over at first. DR only 4 for 7 in stolen base attempts so far on this tour. Looks like he's gotten a hold of the pink lemur. And now gives custody back to the Stylin' Hawaiian. Danny Hosley at the dish, the Nanners second baseman. Batting average and on-base percentage aren't eye-popping, 173 and 207 respectively. But all he does is hit extra base hits. 3 doubles, a triple, and a home run for 5 of his 6 hits, only 1 single. And he's into plenty of tough outs as well, especially early on in the tour. Looks like Maceo not a huge fan of the lemur, and Breland takes offense to it. Danny represents the inning-winning run. DR over at first is the inning-tying run. He was breaking towards second before he made it back safely on the pickoff attempt. DR was one of 3 Bananas picked off last night. He was picked off by Garrett Delano. That one gets the outside corner. Generous call from Vincent Chapman. Good frame by Joe Lytle. That was actually good blinks by Danny Hosley. As Dylan Porter channels his inner Salt Bay to celebrate his second K of the night. And an appearance from Alex Ziggy Ziegler. Nanners extra hitter. The bat-tricking guru. 0 for 5 with a strikeout and 2 runs scored on the tour. right at the Mendoza line in his career as a Banana. 200 batting average, a 304 on base, dating back to last year's tour. Looks like somebody hit the wrong button in the Bananas dugout. Cryo erupts. Another really athletic play by Dylan Porter, with DR scampering back to first. And one time through the lineup, Porter's made 3 of the outs in the field himself, as well as 2 Ks. Take a look at that one again. Tumbling to the ground, needed a full extension snag there. Meadows off to second. Good throw by Lytle. But kind of a weird hop coming up on Dustin Baber. Not able to handle it. And DR 5 for 8 on the tour in stolen base attempts. The inning tying run in scoring position. Eric Jones in the leadoff spot. Grounded out to Porter on the bump. Start off the bottom of the first inning. And a cut and miss on a firm fastball. Nanners 1 strike away from falling behind 3 points to zilch. So you take a look at the really tremendous stats from Eric Jones on the tour. Gives it a drive, but there to snag it is Reese Hampton. And for the 3rd straight inning, the Bananas get a base runner, but cannot get them home. Party Animals win the 3rd 1-zip and lead 3-0. As we head to the 4th. Wow, Bruce Ziegler just left the Pittsburgh Pirates winning home opener. Happy to have you tuning in as you exit PNC Park. Bruce's son, of course, Alex Ziegler, the man with, last time I checked, north of 600,000 followers on TikTok. I might even be underselling him there. Good barrel. But Dylan Porter was there to rob him of anything interesting as that line drive was heading towards the middle of the infield. Brian says, with the way the base running has been lately, I would maybe hold off on stealing bags. That's a pretty fair point there, Brian. Kristen's back and knees both hurt just thinking about trying to do Maceo Harrison's wrecking ball dance. Yeah, that's very fair. Brian with the Reggie chant in the chat. Well deserved. Caprice says we are blessed to have our darling Josh. Yeah, I couldn't be as big a Josh fan as you can find in all the land. Party Animals head coach Mike Vivacis, joined by his best pal in all the world, Sean Fluke. The duo have coached high school baseball for a few years together, and with Vivacis in his 3rd straight tour, Fluke in his 2nd straight with the Party Animals. They get to lounge out in the third base coach's box as Vincent Chapman dusts off home plate. And that was an awful quick dance. Okay, he's gonna stop what looked like was gonna be a boogie for Breland Almadova to get pizza from Donato's right at home plate. Breland's ordered pizza a few times. Normally he's in the outfield. Vincent Chapman's gonna get a nibble. The real nice small rectangular slices as our Donato's delivery man gets a good bite as well. Yeah, Vincent approves, 10 out of 10 from home plate umpire. And Breland serves that deep down the right field line and foul. Party Animals first baseman flew out to center his first time. It was a towering drive. Nearly out in the track in left center. DR Meadows made a fantastic tumbling snag to rob Breland of what could have been his first extra base hit of the tour. He sends that out to right. Vinny DeRubius there, declaring it a foul ball. Vincent Chapman says the same, and Breland apoplectic just a few steps away from second base. So it looks like Vinny DeRubius has replaced Noah Bridges out in right. Take a look at the drive from Breland once again. And where that ball clanged, yeah, it looked like it was foul. Good call by Vincent. Bouncer in the dirt. As Kyle ready to rumble once again. Chop to the left side, Jackson Olsen. Cross the diamond in time, the TikTok superstar. Has been quite sure-handed over at third base throughout the tour. Man who spent 4 years at the University of Hartford and 1 more at Stetson. And we got a big old gathering going on the third base line with the party animals all having a pizza party. Courtesy of Breland's order. Chase Acuff reached on an error in the second, came around to score. And the party animal shortstop with a 2-0 count as that bender just misses the top of the zone. Looks like Kyle's chewing as well. I didn't realize he got his choppers on a slice of pie. Love to see that. Drex, B52, good question. Is it a Hawaiian pizza? As it was the pride of Honolulu, Hawaii who ordered it. I wouldn't bet against it, Drex. Cloudy Electron's a big fan of the ump holding the box above his head during the AB. Classic Vincent Chapman move. That's a 5-pitch ball 4 sprint. Nanner's quick around the infield. Now the flip to Michael Deeb. They had a chance at Acuff if he could have handled it cleanly. But it will be a 2-base sprint. Third sprint of the tour for Acuff. As you take a look at the slide coming into second, boy, it was going to be close. Deeb trying to catch and tag in one fell swoop. Not something that left fielders have to do very often in baseball, but in banana ball, it's a pretty important role for them, trying to defend against sprints. Now Joe Lytle, who just like Acuff before him, reached on an error and scored back in the second. Trissa Ballet says, to sit on the sidelines eating pizza with the animals. Truly would be a magical experience, wouldn't it? I feel like that should be a golden ticket opportunity. Good reminder that the Zappos golden ticket sweepstakes ends tomorrow night. There's a link in the description of this video that will give you access to it. Joe Lytle saying that hit him. Vincent Chapman saying it hit the bat. And we'll take a look at it again. That looked like it hit him. Clearly didn't hit the bat. Oh, what a beautiful replay by Jalen. Or he's a magnificent actor. Because it didn't look like it came into the plate clean. It looked like it had a deflection, and it clearly did not hit his lumbar. 2-2 now coming to the party animals catcher. Boy, it's a towering drive out of the stadium. Lytle was ready for the bender. And a cut and a miss. Nasty two-seam fastball from Kyle. And Lytle has some words for Vincent Chapman as he felt, and our slow-mo replay looked like it vindicated his thought that he was plunked. Instead, he's the second strikeout victim of the night for Kyle. And our resident cowboy gets a strike on Jason Swan. Sack fly driven out to left his first time. Healthy cut and a miss for the Party Animals extra hitter. And Kyle ties them up. Back-to-back Ks for the 6-year vet of Banana Land, who cartwheels his way off the diamond. And for the first time tonight, he's able to prevent the Party Animals from pushing any runs across. The Anners just need one in the bottom of the fourth to win the inning. And it's hey baby time here in historic Grayson Stadium. M&J really appreciate the kind words. Dr. Butterscotch, thanks for the retweet. Void Start says, great attempt at selling that HBP. It was pretty instantaneous reaction from Lytle, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. It looked like the ball deflected off of something. I don't think Bill Leroy caught it cleanly. Look at our darling Josh ripping out this hey baby down there in his Bill Leroy announcing himself Roosevelt shirt. Heather in the comment section thinks that was some poopy doo-doo. Poor Joe, she says. Yeah, fair enough. From my vantage point, and the great replay from our man on the sticks, Jalen, it looked like it scraped him. You take a look at the 3 outs for Kyle last inning, the strikeout of Lytle and the strikeout of Swan, and yeah, Joe not too happy about how the events of that at-bat transpired. Ryan Cox YMCA's his way up to the box. It's a part of the ball game where the Bananas need to strike. An hour, 3 minutes and change left to play. 5.5 innings to go. Looked like Vincent called that a strike, although he was not very demonstrative with his call, as now he will call for time. Doesn't even care to dust off home plate. He's just gonna dance. Normally he plays it like he's got an ulterior motive, but no, he's just giving it to us straight here. Looks like a marker flies out of the dozens of pockets he's got. Ryan Cox is there to retrieve it for him. Breland Almodovar playing first base, just lounging in a chair, handing out drinks to Dustin Baber. It's always something in Banana Land. Cox, Oberst, and Deeb will try and combine powers to put a run on the board and erase the goose egg that the Nanners have through 3.5 innings tonight. Count 2-1. Dylan Porter out for his 4th inning of work. Pride of Oakland, California, dealing to the man out of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. Boy, that looked like a good pitch. Lytle and Porter both thought so, and now Vincent Chapman responding to Dylan Porter on the mound. Really don't see that very often in banana ball. And it's going to be a 5-pitch walk. Chase Acuff has to put his body in front of that. Now an errant throw from Dustin Baber. Threw it to Randy Voss instead of Breland Almodovar. And Cox is going to park himself at third base with an incredibly rare 3-base sprint. Thanks to the low throw from Lytle to Acuff, and then truly the flip from Baber to where he thought Breland would be, when the styling Hawaiian was just about right behind him. Coxey a fly out to center his first time. Now the Party Animals have to bring the infield in, with the menacing Dan Oberst at the dish. Guy who had the walk-off for the Bananas last night. In what was an RBI groundout. Whoa, monster donation from Amanda Schulte with a sweet "You Are Amazing" gif. You are amazing, Amanda. Thank you so much. That is awful kind of you. Inning-winning run 90 feet away. And Dan Oberst cranks it down the left field line. That's going to do the job and much more. Ryan Cox scores easily. And the Nanners cut the deficit to 3-1 in the all-important points category. As we head to the 5th inning, let's throw it down to Josh Talevsky to talk about some spray charts. Josh!
Thank you very much, Miko. That's right. We continue to expand statistically, and now we're looking at the spray charts. So where the Bananas hit the balls to get their hits. Now, we've got 5 guys we're going to highlight here, and we've got some fun little emojis to highlight them. Eric Jones, the sunglasses from Weekend at Bernie's. You see him here in left field. Now, 61.9% of his hits, they go into left field, so a pretty pull-happy guy. And now Tanner Thomas, he bats left-handed. We're going to represent him with the cell phone, Tinder Thomas, of course. And how about him pulling the ball to right field 65% of the time? Now, let's look at a guy who goes against that trend and actually hits more to center and opposite field. And that would be Dustin Baber, our non-Irish friend who we're still going to represent with the 4-leaf clover. 80% of his hits going to center field and going to right field. And now, how about guys who spray the ball everywhere? Well, Jason Swan, who's throwing money every one of his at-bats, 33.3% of all his hits. It's even across the board. 33% here, 33% in center, and 33% in right field. And Bill Leroy, 37.5 of his hits going into center field, and then 31.5% of the time the other hits are falling in left and right field. Biko, Dustin Baber's about to come up to the plate. That's what I've got for you on the spray charts, and I'll turn it back to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Talevsky. It is truly fascinating stuff. And an immense thanks to our Bananalytics statistical savant, Josh, for, first of all, finding all of that data and then delivering it to us in such an entertaining manner. Big fan of the little symbols for all the players. Dustin Baber, one of the guys just talked about. Man out of Babson Park, Florida. Leads off the top of the 5th inning. Popped out in foul territory to the catcher Bill Leroy in his lone at-bat of the evening. Kyle dances with him. Is Vincent good at listening to directions. It was a nice 360. Ripping the hokey pokey. Looks like everybody's hokey pokeying. Actually didn't realize this. All 9 Bananas fielders, Dustin Baber and Vincent Chapman, all pokeying and hokeying. And Dustin Baber loves the song. Booming one-hop double off the left field wall. His 3rd 2-bagger of the tour. And the man who spent a couple years at Daytona State College, 2 more at North Carolina A&T, is on second base with nobody gone here in the top of the 5th. Bottom of the order trying to feed the top. Reese Hampton 2 for 2, a solo home run, a double, 2 runs scored. Naturally 1 driven in. And he just keeps on ripping. Just a triple away from the cycle. Only halfway through our ball game. At least as far as innings go, we're underneath the 56-minute mark. We're going to have to pick up the pace a smidge here to achieve what we have over the first 19 games of the tour. Starting the 9th inning before the 2-hour time limit has finished up. Dalton Cornett lifts it to right. Vinny DeRubius behind it. He fires home, and the throw on 2 hops just a little late. Hampton stays put at first base as the hokey pokey continues to blare. Party Animals enjoying the music here in the top of the 5th. They've got 1 run home. Cornett 1 for 2 on the day. Picks up his 18th RBI, tying him with Jake Skoll and Bryson Bloomer for the tour high. And Shark congratulates our full capacity crowd here in historic Grayson Stadium for being a part of the first ever hokey pokey inning. So far it's been double, single, sac fly. Hampton takes off. That was a really athletic play by Bill Leroy to make it competitive at second base. But Reese, who stole home in the 3rd, has his 2nd bag swiped of the night. He's 8 for 10 on the tour. Not surprising he's been so successful in his stolen base attempts as Jake Skoll. What a piece of hitting. Drops that one in on the left field line and will coast into second base. He ties Dalton Cornett for the tour high in doubles with 8. As Hampton scores for the 3rd time tonight and a tour leading 27th time overall. As Jake immediately breaks the 3-way tie for the RBI lead with Cornett and the man in the box, Bryson Bloomer. We'll see if he can strike back. Fastball, top of the zone, gets a swing and a miss. Bloomer a single and a pop out tonight. Heater just misses the inside corner. Steve says that was some brilliant bananalytics. Spot on, Steve. Josh gives us the numbers that we are all dying to have and didn't know we needed. Pop up behind home plate. Bill's got a beat on it and barehands it. What a play by the Prince of Banana Land. His 3rd trick play of the tour. No glove necessary. Here is Jesse Cole.
Pitcher, Dakota Stilts Alfredo!
So Stilts will get the call to come on in and snag the ball from the Bananas ace, Kyle Lewigs. The tallest man in banana ball. Has been pretty excellent on the bump so far on the tour. Across 5 appearances, 2 2/3 innings thrown, he has not allowed a hit. He's given up a hit in 4 out of his 5 trips to the mound, but has stranded every runner he has seeded. And starts Tanner Tinder Thomas off with ball 1. Now Danny Hosley, Ryan Cox, D.R. Meadows all coming in for the second 3-2-2 dance of the night. The first of Dakota Stilts Albrayton's career. Really nice dance. He gets the outside corner. A bajillion views. I just realized that Split was in the booth with me. Hello, everybody. I also realized I'm on camera. It's good to know. Don't do anything outrageous here. like Split continues to do. 3-1 count on Tinder Thomas. Dakota one bad one away from giving up his first ball four sprint of the tour. Finds the zone in a Ruthian hack. Coming up empty is Mr. Tinder Thomas. Skoll leads off second. Payoff pitch from our 10-foot, 9-inch man on the mound, and it's yanked into the third deck. No catch by a fan. And Tanner Thomas plunked on the pitch. A little extracurriculars here as Dustin Baber is going to bring out the correct tool for the job here. And Tanner Thomas is wheeled to first base. So just about the handiest things of all time.
That tool call.
Breland Almodovar wraps it down. The third baseline foul, an 0-2 count on the Party Animals first baseman. Shoots it down the first baseline, fair. Skoll scores easily. Tanner Thomas racing around third. The throw from Vinny, relay from Danny Oberst, not in time. And Dakota Stilts Albritton has given up his first run of the tour. And how about this? Chase Acuff with the mic on him coming up to home plate. How you living, Chase? Awesome. Locked in, tapped in.
Way to work, Phil. There goes with the curveball again. I know, it wasn't
Misses the outside corner. 2-0 count on Chase.
Pay your attention, please. Very serious question I have for you right now. Can I get a oh yeah? Thank you so much.
And a line drive base knock into left. Breland goes station to station.
Holy.
Thought we might hear more from Mr. Acuff down there. So I've been laying back, seeing what we get. Clearly, Chase cannot hear me, as it is a barrel party. Danny Hosley mercifully puts it to an end.
Banana Split!
So as Acuff leaves the field, we'll see if we can get an IFB in his ear so that it becomes a two-way conversation and not just us listening to whatever he may or may not say. Joe Lytle with the line out. Now 0 for 3 on the day. Party Animals end up pushing 4 runs across. And the Banana Splits perform as we head to the bottom of the 5th. A lot of work cut out for the Bananas. A magnificent performance from the youngest members of our cast. And we will check in one more time. Chase Acuff, do you hear me?
What's up, Biko?
Let's go!
Yeah.
How you living out there, stud?
Dude, doing good. I got about one ear right now.
Perfect. Walk me through that. What was that like getting the old bell rung by Dearman on his first pitch of the night last night?
Stepped in the box, took one right to the ear.
That's the whole story.
Ruptured an eardrum. Oh, there's a barrel.
From the Walking Barrel Party himself, Michael Deeb. 1 for 2 on the night.
Oh, that's to me. There we go.
Now, by my counting, you guys scored 4 runs in the 5th. It says 5 on the board. Do you know who's right?
We'll take 5. We'll take 5.
Yeah, we'll give you 5. Pretty sure it's 4, but anyway, either way, it's a nearly insurmountable number for the Bananas. Bill Leroy, a ground out to third his first time.
I'm hoping for a double play ball, maybe do some trick or something. Oh!
If you could give me a trick while mic'd up, I will forever be in your
What do
debt.
you want? Bounce pass? If it's up the middle, I'm going to go behind the back like glove flip.
Oh, yeah. That sounds delightful.
Need the perfect ball. Come on, Bill. Come on, Bill. Oh!
Now, Chase, it was a heck of a barrel off stilts. Walk me through what it's like hitting against someone who's 10 feet 9 inches tall.
It's tough. Especially the last 2 at bats, he started me off first pitch curveball.
Yeah.
Didn't even know he had it in the bag. He's throwing Bill off a little bit too.
Little pistol squat from Dylan.
Yeah. That's my roommate.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, him and Baber. And Baber's wonderful girlfriend Alexis. Shout out to her. That's our house mom.
Wow, what a fearsome foursome.
Oh yeah. Also, shout out. He's just a dude.
Yeah, that's a fact. Couldn't agree more with that. Looks like a pretty tight zone for Vincent Chapman tonight, huh?
Yeah, I see a lot out here. Vince is trying his best.
That's a very diplomatic way of putting it.
Yeah. So, no, it's. I got a good view out here. I love it out here. Come on, Bill. Hit me a ground ball. Oh.
Looked like it could have been on that pitch.
Yeah, I play Bill in the hole. He hits it up the middle. I play him up the middle. He hits it in the hole. I don't know where to play this guy.
Well, we've done some spray charts, and Josh just talked about it in between innings. Bill hits it just about every part of the field evenly. Very tough to shift as the count runs full.
Full count, full count. Ball 3. Come on.
See if Deeb takes off. He hasn't stolen a base on the tour thus far.
Now would be a good time to go.
He doesn't.
Oh, there. Oh, this is trouble. This is trouble. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. Joe. There it is. There it is. Flip. There we go. Get him. Oh.
Yeah, that is a bad pitch to start potential sprint defense on.
Tanner, you want to say hi to Biko?
Oh, hey, Biko. How you doing, man?
Really good, Tanner. Great to hear from you.
I said really good. Great to hear from you.
Good. Great to hear from you, man. I love you, Beak.
Love you too, Tanner.
That's wholesome.
That was really cute.
All right, we got a couple runs to play with. Football's getting thrown around infield. This is the greatest show.
Breland and Baber toss the old pigskin around.
Always. Oh, come on, just give me a ground ball, please. That'd be cool.
Jackson with an infield single his first time. That was one of the more bizarre plays I've ever seen. Breland intercepting Dylan over at first.
Yeah, Baber finally hit his in-between-the-leg trick play.
It looks so good.
He's been working on that for a while, probably since the first day of camp. That's the one he's been wanting to hit. He hit it, and it's just unfortunate how it went down. But he'll get it again. Oh.
Well, that is a really nice 3-pitch K.
Dylan Porter's throwing a whipple ball out there.
Third strikeout of the night for DP.
Who we got? Vinny? Alrighty. Another guy. He hits it up the middle, to my right, to my left. I just play him straight up.
Vinny DeRubius, his first at-bat of the night, coming in for Noah Bridges in right field.
I'm going to hit a trick play with this ground ball. I have to.
Oh, I know you will. Oh, after the fact, Dylan's looking for an immaculate inning.
Yeah. There we go. Peter. Hi. Ooh.
Or an immaculate 3 batters, I guess, would be a better way to put it, and that's out the window.
Bill's looking like he's about to steal home. You never know with Bill. He's a smart player.
He is a very smart base runner. I mean, obviously it's very different playing baseball versus banana ball, but how different is the experience compared to 2021 when you were a collegiate banana to being a professional party animal?
It's a lot different.
Yeah.
We kind of do everyone out here. Have a lot of fun.
How about Vinny sheathing his own sword on that one?
I mean, that's just part of it.
It's a good feel.
Absolutely. That's what we talk about. Just when you fail, don't make the moment about you. It's about the fans, about the experience that everyone gets. So.
Couldn't have said it any better myself. And
Oh, come on.
yeah, that's going to be right over your head.
Cut off, I'm fired to first. Get it in quick. Nah, that's not happening. I want to do that. I've been all last year in college. I want to do that. Just never really got the ball.
Get somebody rounding the bag.
Oh yeah, hard throw from the cutoff from the outfielder, turn and fire. Just gotta hope the first baseman's there, and he's on the right field line right now.
All right, so by my tally, your inning lead has been cut in half.
All right, still got something to play with.
Yeah, Danny Hosley, though, guy with a lot of pop with 2 down, represents the innings tying run.
Yeah, Hosley just catches barrels. Haven't really fallen for him, but he's just gonna keep swinging. And there's another one. Do something cool. Do something cool. Come on. Yeah. There it is. Here, I'm gonna bring the mic to him.
Good chase.
I'm bringing the mic to him. What do you got to say? What do you got to say?
Hey, Pico, I've been working on my moves. A-Cups got me. Now we got behind the back. We got all the tricks, everything in the bag. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Really good, Jake. 4 for 4 on trick plays. Thank you so much, Chase, for becoming a reporter on the field.
Oh, you're welcome, Pico. Always a pleasure.
Hey, that was a blast, dude. We'll do it again.
Absolutely. Thank you.
See you, stud. Have fun the rest of the way. There goes Chase Acuff. That was a lot of fun as the party animals take the 5th inning 4-2. Don't believe the scoreboard here in historic Racing Stadium. It's been known to lie. Whether it was 5-2 or 4-2, it's a point for the party animals. They now lead 4-1. And joining me on the broadcast, a fan favorite, Mr. Evan Olawani.
Great to be back. I love coming up here, Pico. I relive my high school glory days of, not to brag, a couple of winnings on a high school broadcast, doing some football and baseball, but again, I don't think I had much competition, if any.
That's it. It's okay. Sometimes just getting an opportunity on the mic is the important part. What a tremendous job on the soccer mom race, as those kids were falling all over the place, but both moms, just a stupendous performance. It's good. We've had 2 successful ones after the infamous tumble in Montgomery.
I wasn't there for that. Can you walk me through that a little bit?
Yeah, that was, well, I didn't even notice it at the time, but it turns out Danny Hosley, one of the kids, was falling off the back of one of the moms, and he tried to prop the kid up, and just the change in momentum sent the mom and all 3 kids straight into the dirt right in front of home plate.
Oh, no.
No contestants were hurt in the filming of that soccer mom race, thankfully.
Just egos.
Correct. DJ the Invader, the new man on the mound. He's got 9-10-1 in the party animals order. Jason Swan, Dustin Baber, and at the top, Reese Hampton, and Swanee gets one right in between the shoulder blades. We'll remove the gear.
The best story I have about that, my dad used to play baseball, and he got hit. I think he was about just 10 or 12, somewhere there. He got hit in the back 3 straight plate appearances, quit baseball. Never played baseball again.
Oh my gosh, my 10-year-old year of Little League, playing with the big boys, you know, up through 12-year-olds, I got hit 14 times in 14 games. I was on that plate, man. I was on it.
You deserved it.
It's one of my best ways of getting on base. It made me question my decision, but it's always worth it once you get a free bag. We had a 9-year-old on our team get hit in the face twice, and he quit baseball.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It'll do it to you.
It breaks your soul a little bit once you get hit in the wrong spot.
Tapper up the middle, Ryan Cox. Glove flip, barehanded by Hosley. What a double play! Dazzling work by the Bananas middle infield. slap a star next to it in your book at home.
Unbelievable.
And just like that, the HBP is erased. You take a look at this again. The glove flip behind the back to the bare hand laser beam over to first. Dustin Baber is no slouch in the speed department.
That's when Swan's backs are turning a little bit after that.
All of a sudden, it really did not feel good at all. 6-4-3 DP. I'm throwing a trick play on that as well for the glove flip behind the back. And Reese Hampton flies out to Michael Deeb. 3 batters faced, 3 outs thanks to the incredible double play by Cox and Hosley. And we will be back with Evan Olawani in the booth in a second. For now, we throw it down on the field to Jesse Cole, the man in the yellow tux. And what a ball game tonight. How about that double play that just happened?
Oh, wow. You know, that's the best thing about banana ball. These guys do things you've never seen before on a field. Behind the back, glove feed, double play. Cox is amazing.
Now, your guy Stilts has been fantastic this year. He came in with 2 2/3 scoreless in his pitch. Party Animals
been outstanding. Did nail his first ever dance during the game, so you got to give credit to Stelz what he did there. But overall, you know, hey, you're going to get hit once in a while, but still working hard out there.
Oh yeah, that is it was a beautiful dance to see. Now Jake Lialios takes over on the mound for the Party Animals. He's been a fan favorite. What have you seen from his magnificent dance moves and the weigh-ins at that?
You know, we never knew who Jake was until the tryout, and he came and started bringing all the dancing, the entertainment, put on an absolute show, and now he's been kind of showstopper. Unbelievable. It's going to be fun to watch right here.
You got a prediction for the end of the night, Jesse?
It's going to come down to the last inning.
I love it, man. It always does. Have a great rest of the night, Jess.
Love you, Biko.
Love you too, Big Tiger. There goes Jesse Cole, the owner of this here club, alongside his wife, Emily. And Biko Scala back up in the booth with Evan Olawani as Dakota McFadden pinch hitting, pops it towards the stands. Not caught by fans.
As it shouldn't. We've seen a few of those over the tour. Surprised how many banana balls do get caught.
Yeah, I would say, geez, I wish I had the stats right in front of me right now. It's been close to even. It's been close. I think a couple more Party Animals foul balls have been snagged, but Bananas have been victim of their fans a plethora of times already. Lialios bringing the heat.
As the year goes on, though, I'm telling you, I see more and more Party Animals fans in the stands. I mean, how can you not like those jerseys? Those jerseys are amazing.
Such a good combo with the pink pants. I'm a sucker for the all pinks too, but when you break out the black tank tops, real snazzy look. Reese Hampton out and right, sizing up a trick play, comes up empty on the no look behind the back snag. And the inning-winning run on first base thanks to a missed trick play.
The reason I quit baseball is I couldn't catch a normal pop fly. So some of the things that these players do are unreal.
You take a look at it again. I could see it in his eyes from here. That Reese Lightning was going to try something crazy. He comes up empty. Malachi Mitchell, Flash the Kid, pinch runs for the first time tonight. He could pinch run 1 time through the order, so since McFadden was in the 10 hole, he can already do it next time through the order as Lialios, Baber, Acuff, and Skoll all gather up for a 3-2-2. Flip to second, 1, on to first, double play! The first ever 3-2-2 double play. That was fantastic. Bryson Bloomer to Dustin Baber over to Breland Almodovar at first to finish the twin killing.
So much for the 3-2-2, more like a 1-2 out. So, I missed it. I was thinking in my head all these things I could say. Nothing worked well. I still committed to the bit, but it didn't work.
You know, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Shout out Wayne Gretzky, and also shout out Michael Scott. Okay, so EJ 0 for 3. I believe that was a 5-4-3 double play. So 3-2-2, how about 5-4-3? Is that kind of what?
Yeah, that was the idea. Still, I don't even know what I was going for.
Maybe like 3-2-2 and then 1-2 outs?
Yes, that's exactly what I was going for.
We landed the plane. Now Ryan Cox.
A little bit of turbulence in there.
Oh gosh, this is starting to hurt my side. I don't know what's going on with me. I've got some weird internal injury that sparks up every time I laugh. It's just been happening for the last 3 days. Coxie shoots it towards left center. Jake Skoll covers a whole lot of ground and makes it look oh so easy. So both in the top and the bottom of the 6th, leadoff man on, erased by incredible double plays. And for the first time tonight, we have a fully scoreless inning. As you take a look at the 3-2-2 again.
Here we go.
Drake Sherman, welcome to the BTV crew. And covered terrifically by Clayton Franklin, our high home cameraman. What a recovery by Baber to get to second base for the double play. I mean, I guess he was just a few feet in front of it. Talk about some advanced analytical shifting. Really smart as Shark, our DJ and PA announcer, thanks all of the service members, both past and present, here in historic Grayson Stadium. Us on the BTV crew, pass that on to everybody watching at home here on YouTube. See Dylan Porter, tonight's starting pitcher for the Party Animals and company, up in the stands, shaking hands. We've got a poll in the chat. Can the Bananas come back from this? The answers are yes or of course, and 447 votes in yes with a 67% lead.
Modest.
What do you think on that? Yes or of course?
I'm gonna go with yes as well.
Okay.
We gotta be, situationally smart here. 4-1, last inning. The Bananas did it last night. Back-to-back's gonna be tough. It is possible, but to walk off twice in a row is harder than walking off once in a row.
That's a fact. That's a fact. The Nanners went into the 9th inning down 1-0 last night before 10 straight balls fired from Brett Helton to tie the game, and then an infield single from Ryan Cox, a hit batter, and an infield ground ball from Dan Oberst to win it. One of the more anticlimactic walk-offs in my 4+ years of broadcasting bananas ball. It was baseball, now it's banana ball.
Still baseball.
It's all baseball. It's in the family. Dalton Cornett, first pitch he gets from DJ the Invader, who's out for his second inning of work, is scolded foul. Kurt, welcome to the BTV crew. Thank you so much for joining in. 2-3-4 in the Party Animals lineup, and Dalton Cornett, carbon copy of his base knock back in the 3rd inning. He's now 2 for 3 on the night with a sac fly. He stole second after that first single, making him 2 for 3 on the tour in stolen base attempts. See if he does anything crazy with Jake Skoll. 1 for 3 with a double, an RBI, and a run score to his name. Loki Mock says, come on, Bananas. There goes Cornett to second, and he's swiped his second base in as many tries tonight. He's now 3 for 4 on the tour.
That one looked close. I thought he was going to get him in the leg there because his foot kind of came up, but it looks like he just missed him.
It's like a mini scorpion. The face didn't really hit the dirt too hard, but the feet were coming up. Bruce Ziegler said, wore Bananas gear to the Pittsburgh Pirates home opener today. Quite a few Bananas fans. Love to hear that. M&J said their dad dressed up as Jesse Cole for Halloween, as that's a 2-base sprint. Skoll, I've never seen anybody get that much speed so easily. It looks like he's gliding like a gazelle. And he will pick up his tour-leading 20th run batted in as Cornett scores easily from second. Also Jake's tour-leading 16th ball four sprint.
Frankly, I wouldn't want to pitch to him.
No. Completely makes sense. And I was talking to Brayson Bloomer before tonight's ball game, who's 1 for 3. And chops that one to Ryan Cox at short. Schnazzy play, but it pulls Dan Oberst off the bag. I almost want to give Bloomer a single on that. I'm a hitter's scorekeeper.
I would do it. I mean, Ryan Cox did everything he could possibly do, but moving away from the bag, or opposite side.
Correct. It was bang, bang. And the Boomers got really solid speed. So now 2 men on, still nobody out. 1 run home already here in the top of the 7th. As we've only got 26 minutes to play. Gonna have to pick up the pace if we want to start this 9th inning before our 2-hour time limit is finished up. Barrel party continues. Tanner Thomas right back up the middle. DR Meadows heaves it home. Jake Skoll.
Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Nick, can you hear me?
Bill Leroy is furious with Vincent Chapman. That was a howitzer of an arm from DR. But Vincent didn't see leather touching Jake Skoll. We'll see it again right here.
You usually don't see Bill get too amped up about that stuff, so I'm going to say you might have touched him.
Oh my gosh, he nabbed him on that right leg.
Yeah, Bill doesn't usually do that. And when he started being a little more animate, I was thinking he might have got him.
That was an impeccable replay. Gave us everything we needed. Now Breland Almadova right back up the middle. Bloomer had to make sure that it wasn't going to be snagged as DR sends it to second. Just a hair behind Tanner Thomas's arrival to the bag. Tanner has his 16th run driven in as Skoll scores for the 23rd, check that, 24th time in game number 20. It's pretty absurd. What I was trying to get going before the Party Animals had 3 hits in a row in a blink of an eye was that Bryson Bloomer said he doesn't care where he is in the lineup as long as he's behind Jake Skoll. Chase Acuff drives deep to left. Oh, Michael Deeb able to snag it at the track. Bloomer tags and scores easily. Thomas follows him to third and Breland up to second. And 1 out as the 3rd run of the inning scores.
Vico, my boots are needed on the ground, but thank you so much for letting me come up here. Check out the side, making sure that thing's feeling okay. We still need you for about, 65-ish more games?
I think that's exactly what it is. 65 and a third, counting our last 24 minutes tonight.
Awesome. Always a blast.
Appreciate you coming up. By the way, the math time-wise, not even close to right, saying that a third was left. We've really got 1/8 left of the ball game. Michael Deeb, nice sliding snag. Tanner Thomas tags and scores from third. Back-to-back sack flies for the Party Animals as Lytle picks up his 8th RBI, Acuff his 4th.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, keep the hat on, buddy.
And Breland, once a part of a bases loaded situation, sits alone at second base. Jason Swan, the 8th Party Animal to swing it here in the top of the 7th with 4 runs home. Pop to right, Vinny DeRubius there to end the carnage. Swanee 0 for 2 on the night. He already had a sac fly and a hit by pitch. Nanners have their work cut out for them. They need 4 runs to tie it, 5 runs to win the 7th. Let's throw it down to Josh Talevsky and Sean Fluke for the world's only sideline reporter.
Thank you very much, Biko. I'm joined here with Sean Fluke, who, by the way, you're a great little spoon, Sean. Sean, I've got to know, we're in on this tour. You've become the exterminator. Tell me, how did that start for you, buddy?
Back at home, I was just killing bugs every day. It was my day job, my 9 to 5. So we had a different strikeout name, and Biko was like, dude, you're now the exterminator. And ever since then, it's just stuck, man. It's stuck.
I love it. It's a great character. And Sean, you're prone to taking your shirt off, doing Nelly's Hot in Here. It always seems to please the fans. What do you have to say about that, buddy?
Hey, let's bring it in here, there you go. The pale skin, it's a little bit of a distraction for the hitters, so it's kind of like a mind game I'm playing with them, trying to throw them off a little bit. And this dad bod, it's not all about muscles out here, you gotta show out the dad bod and just give the people what they want.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Sean, and it's perfect that you bring up the dad bod because I've got this hot dog here. I'm gonna take a bite and then I'm gonna throw it your way, okay? All right, Sean, here you go, buddy.
Oh my God.
Now, scale of 1 to 10. What you gonna give this hot dog here?
I'm having a little trouble getting it down. It's a little dry. We can use some ketchup, but
careful, buddy.
We're going with like a 4.5 now that I'm choking.
That's a 4.5 from Sean. It's a perfect 10 for me. A Neil Trumler dog always pleases. Biko, that's what I've got for you for a sideline report. Back to you, buddy.
Okay, that's a hot shot. Diving stop, Dustin Baber. Flip to first. Really snazzy play by the man who was a Gold Glover in JUCO at Daytona State back in 2018. Dan with another bullet off his bat, but retired for the first time tonight. He's 2 for 3 with a pair of hard-hit singles. Jake Lialios out for his second inning of work. And that one, a knuckler for Bryson Bloomer. Michael Deeb's going to reach on a funky play for the Party Animals' third baseman. Only his third error on the tour, where he's been stupendous. Also second on the Party Animals squad with 13 trick plays and 14 attempts. Nanners have life. They need 4 runs to tie the inning, 5 runs to win it. Thank you again to Josh Chalevsky and Sean Fluke. That hot dog's making me hungry up here in the booth. Bill Leroy under that one. Throws his bat away in disgust as Tanner Thomas under the leg can't make the snag. It's actually Reese Hampton. What am I talking about? I love mixing the two of them up. Reese 0 for 2 in trick play attempts tonight. Flips his glove in the air in disgust, and you see it plummet to the ground. It's Reese's second trick play missed of the evening. He is 2 for 8 on the tour, but we encourage the guys to keep on trying. This was the moment to do it. Party Animals 2 outs away from winning their 5th inning of the night, and they have a 4-run cushion. So even though he came up empty on the under the leg snag, which would have been the first of its kind on this year's tour, Party Animals still have not given the Bananas the tying run at the dish. Jackson Olsen puts a drive into it to center, but Jake Skoll scoots back. Oh, he's going to run out of room. That puppy was over the center field wall. Jackson Olsen to the land of good and plenty. The grade 8 with a mammoth shot. And the Nanners only trail by 1 run here in the 8th. And he slams the big bat on home plate. Goodness gravy. What a blast for his first home run of the tour. The way Skoll was scooting back for it, looked like he was about to make a play, and he deked yours truly as that puppy soared over the gate out in dead center. That's 400 feet away, and the wall is 16 feet high. My goodness. Jackson started his Bananas career in the summer series this past spring as Francis out to check on Joe Lytle after he took a foul ball off the mask. She's going to clear him from concussion protocol to make sure that he could still hang out in this ball game. And he's going to say everything he can to stay in. Sam Claycamp's now going to come out to offer a second opinion. And Lytle's not going to take no for an answer here. Jake Lialios waits to make sure that his battery mate is okay. And Francis, our athletic trainer here, clears Joe Lytle, who waves to the crowd, all fired up that he's still in the ball game. Vinny DeRubius now represents the inning-winning run. Big part of the reason that Vinny made this squad was a no-doubt absolute tank of a home run at the tryout back on November 19th. Lialios gets the better of him here. The Bananas 1 run away still from tying the inning. Party Animals 1 out away from winning it 4-3. And it's going to be up to David Meadows, the doctor. 1 for 1, an RBI single, a 1-base sprint, and a stolen base for DR. He scorches into left center. See if DR tries to grab 2 bags. He makes it about 40% of the way to second and slams the brakes. Good play out there by Tanner Thomas to keep the inning tying run out of scoring position. Meadows, the pride of Vidalia, Georgia. 2 for 2 on the night. Bryson Bloomer, diving snag! Breland Almodovar between the legs pick! Wow! What a trick play to secure the 4-3 victory here in the 7th. Party Animals jump out to a 5-1 lead in points. Slap a star next to the diving play on a hot shot by Bryson Bloomer. And then give Breland Almodovar his 5th trick play of the tour. Making it look easy. That was a mighty important moment. With the inning tying run approaching second base. In the inning winning run, Danny Hosley going on over to first as Breland gets a high five from a fan for his hard work. That was incredible. It's the first play in 20 games of the tour where I've had to put a star next to it for an incredible job defensively, just with an old-fashioned web jam, and then also write TPO for a trick play out. That was incredibly entertaining. Now Matt Malatesta will come on in with his boys down 4 points. And less than 14 minutes to go on the timer. We're going to have to finish the 8th inning in that span, or else retroactively, every run that has been scored this inning will go down as a point. How about Nick Keldy, our roaming cameraman, rocking the name, image, and likeness Matt Malatesta jersey back from the summer of 2021. When the man out of the University of South Carolina at Beaufort joined the Bananas for the first time. Dustin Baber retired on 1 pitch. DR there to put him away. And to the top of the order we go. Reese Hampton, 3 for 4. He's a triple away from the cycle. He's driven in 1 run on his solo blast. He's scored 3 and swiped a bag. Malatesta, the famed splitter specialist of Banana Land. He was the only one until and a quick 3-1 count on Hampton. Matt and Donnie both started off the year a lot slower than they would have liked, as that's a 5-pitch sprint, and Hampton runs as fast as anybody on the Eastern Seaboard. That was really fine play at the end of the sprint defense. With the hot potato action from Meadows and DeRubius to Deeb, but Hampton just in there standing ahead of the tag. Whoa! Deeb swinging at the nether region there. Hampton on base for the 4th time in 5 plate appearances tonight. Picks up his 13th ball 4 sprint to match his strikeout total on the tour. That's a Tyler Gilliam special right there as Cornette lifts it to shallow left. Michael Vitamin Deeb in for out number 2. DC3 now 2 for 4 on the night with a sac fly couple base knocks and a run scored, as well as 2 stolen bases. Tyler Gillum, when he was recruiting for his collegiate summer team across his 5 years at the helm of the Coastal Plain League Bananas, always looked for players who had 1-to-1 walk-to-strikeout ratios. Really important to him. Well, now he's facing a whole lot of guys that do just that. In fact, Cornett, who just flew out, has 4 ball 4 sprints for every strikeout he's gotten on the tour. Now Jake Skoll, 16 sprints compared to his 14 Ks. 1 for 3, a single, 2 base sprint, 2 RBIs, a run scored. Check that, 2 runs scored tonight. And lifts it to right center. DR comes on in and puts it away. Matt Malatesta has looked awful good across his last 3 outings. Hasn't given up a run in any of those trips to the mound. And he gives the Bananas exactly what they needed, a scoreless inning, mercifully. Party Animals have scored 1 in the second. Check that, 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. They were shut out in the 4th, then scored 4 in the 5th, shut out in the 6th, 4 more in the 7th, and blanked for only the 3rd time tonight in the half inning you just witnessed. Sean Fluke, fresh off of his sideline interview with Josh Chalevsky, snags his pink cowboy hat and toes the slab as Dakota McFadden and a sold-out Grayson Stadium all belt out that they've got friends in low places. This is one that we saw saying in the Peoria Sports Complex for the first time. It was during an inning, and then Jesse Cole went out on the field to announce that former Cy Young Award winner Eric Gagne was taking the mound, and the stadium, the largest Bananas game of all time, close to 12,000 packed in for what was the 18th straight sellout of the tour. They just kept on singing, and Jesse soaked in the moment. It was pretty neat. As D-Mac down the 3rd baseline, fair, Bryson Bloomer from foul territory. Boy, that guy's good. Sean Fluke bows in admiration of the 2-time Coastal Plain League champ for the Nanners, who has now gone to the dark side. And slurps down some of that magical juice he keeps on the holster right above his tush. D-Mac 0 for 2 now tonight. That was a Nolan Arenado-esque seed across the diamond. To the top of the order we go. Nice backhand there from Lytle. 2-1 count on EJ, the DH. Ground out, fly out, and then he bounced into the 5-4-3 double play on the 3-2-2 pitch. Just an inning, well, check that, 2 innings ago. Figure out how to count, Biko. One day I will. Fluke, the man out of Hudson, Florida, in his 2nd straight tour with the Party Animals. Goes right after EJ with the heater. Really known for his 12-6 curveball, but he'll work a slider and changeup in there as well. I think he told EJ a fastball was coming and ends up missing the inside corner. Party Animals around the infield real quick. Now Skoll to Thomas and Hampton, not in time to stop EJ from grabbing 2 bases on the sprint. The inning-winning run in scoring position with just 1 out. And Ryan Cox, who was the showman of the night 2 games ago in Peoria, with 2 walk-offs. Check that, that wasn't Peoria, that was Scottsdale. Walk off in the 6th, walk off to end the game in the 9th. He flies out to Jake Skoll. And Cox now 0 for 3 on the night. All 3 outs. Pop flies to Skoll in center. He also has a 3-base sprint and a run scored to his credit. Now the inning lies in the hands of Dan Oberst. 4 walk-offs on the tour thus far. Just like Cox in front of him and Deeb, who waits on deck. Malachi Mitchell has pinch run for EJ on second base. Dan 2 for 3 tonight. A couple hard hit singles and a scorching 1 hopper to second base. Dustin Baber made a really nice diving play on. That ball high down the left field line. If it's fair, it could be trouble. It is fair, and it's no trouble at all. Tanner Thomas will haul it in on the edge of the track. Here's the young professor.
It is the 9th inning, which means this is the final inning. And in banana ball, while every inning counts, no inning counts more than the final inning. You see the score. The Party Animals have the advantage 5-1. But it ain't over till it's over. Because in the final inning, in a game of banana ball, every run counts. This is the chance for your Savannah Bananas to hold the Party Animals, storm on back, get the win. So ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet, make some noise. This is the final inning.
You heard it from the man himself. Every run scored here in the 9th counts as a point. We got 8 innings in a little less than an hour and 55 minutes. So the clock no longer matters. Danny Hosley into toss as Jake Lialios. The ring dude on the Party Animals side, Kyle Lewigs, opposite him on top of the Bananas dugout. Hosley has been the best pitcher on the tour thus far. The numbers are incredible. After the first couple ball games of the year, Tyler Gillum and Adam Virant decided that Hosley was solely meant for the 9th inning when everything meant so much more. Gets Bryson Bloomer to fly it to Vinny DeRubius and right. And the Boomer now 2 for 5 on the day. Which, in hilarious fashion, will lower his batting average. That came into the ball game at 424. Healthy cut and a miss from Tanner Thomas, trying to put another point on the board in one fell swoop. He's done it 3 times. 1 here in Grayson Stadium, 2 of his long balls on the road. In Daytona and Montgomery. He went around there, so the count 1-2. Hosley comes in with a devastating 3-pitch mix. Fastball, 12-6 curveball, and a Vulcan changeup. Tanner Tinder Thomas able to hang tough. Hosley with a 2.12 ERA, by far the lowest on the tour. Flick of the wrist, gonna be a tough play in left. No, not at all. Dakota McFadden moseys on under it. And a couple quick flyouts to each corner of the outfield. Now Breland Almadova. Two for 4, 2-run double and a single. And the count quickly, 2 balls, no strikes. Hosley working lightning quick. And the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes on the Party Animals first baseman. Cut and a miss. Nasty 12-6 K. Hosley continues to dazzle. His 28th strikeout in his 18th inning of work. And he's only allowed 7 hits and 6 ball 4 sprints.
Land home happy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it.
This most definitely is it. Matt Gray for the young professor, as dramatic as always. And Brett Helton gets a chance at redemption. Last night, he came in with just a 1-point advantage. fired 10 straight balls, although I will say most of them were pretty easy calls. One of them looked pretty middle. And Bill Leroy Jedi mind tricked Vincent Chapman into calling strike around the top, calling a strike a ball rather around the top of the zone. But nonetheless, it was a pretty wild performance from Helton. Gifted the Bananas a tied game on his first 8 pitches thrown, whether one of them should have been a strike or not. And then a hit batter, an infield single, and all of a sudden the bases were loaded with nobody out. Dan Oberst won it on a fielder's choice ground out to third. Tonight he's got 4 points to work with. 5 if his goal is just to not lose the game, which certainly is not his desire on the mound. He'll set his sights on securing what would be the 10th win in 19 games for the Party Animals. They come in 9-8-1, the Bananas 8-9-1 against them. And a quick 2-0 count on Michael Deeb. It's 4-5-6 in the Bananas order. And he's hacking 2-0. The 2-hour time limit is over, but as I mentioned, when we entered the 9th inning, it no longer mattered at that point. Line drive, base hit into right center. And the Nanners 1/3 of the way to bringing the tying run to home plate. Deeb now 2 for 4 on the night. He's already scored twice. Passes the baton to Bill Leroy. He strokes it past the dive of Bryson Bloomer. And the Bananas 2/3 of the way to bringing the tying run to the dish. Leroy now 1 for 3 on the night. He's also scored twice, thanks to reaching on a trick play missed his last time and a 2-base sprint before that. Jackson Olsen, the monster 3-run shot to dead center his last time up. And he's ahead 2 balls, no strikes. 2 for 3 on the night. Helton had to come after him. He taps it foul. Brett Helton, former 9th round draft pick of the Pittsburgh Pirates. 4-pitch mix. Fastball, cutter, changeup, curveball. And the 3-1 is popped to center field. Jackson was trying to send it over the 400-foot wall for the second time in as many plate appearances. Comes up plenty short, but still 2 outs for the Nanners to play with. Vinny DeRubius, 0 for 2 with a couple strikeouts tonight, and nearly plunked by the first offering. Scoots just took us out of the way. Another fly ball lifted toward Jake Skoll. And on 3 pitches, the Bananas go from no outs to 2. And the game lies in the hands of D.R. Meadows. Benjamin says it's rally time in the chat. Todd says it's the bottom of the 9th. Time to rumble. Brian says it is rally time. Line drive over the leap of Dustin Baber. DR keeps it alive. Deeb scores, Leroy to third, and Meadows, content with his 3rd single of the night. He's 3 for 3, and a 1-base sprint to boot. That's his 2nd run driven in, as Deeb touches home plate safely for the 3rd time tonight. And now Danny Hosley represents the game's tying run. Hot shot past the dive of Bryson Bloomer. Bill scores. The game's tying run is at first. in the game's winning run comes up to home plate in the form of Dakota McFadden. Leroy has scored for the third time tonight. Mike Vivacis and Sam Claycamp leaving this in the hands of Brett Helton, who's given up 4 hits in the inning. All struck well. And that is a really nice front door bender for strike 1. Popped in the infield, Dustin Baber under it, makes the snag. Some excitement late, but the Party Animals win it 5-3. Brett Helton rips a backflip. That's incredibly impressive for the 6'3", 215-pound reliever. The Inners push 2 across in the bottom of the 9th. And it is not enough to complete the comeback against the Party Animals, who continue to be 1 step ahead of the Bananas 20 games into this 2023 Banana Ball World Tour, loved by Zappos. And the Party Animals, who have stolen the church clap from the Bananas in classic Party Animals fashion, line dance their way in celebration of the victory.
Thank you so much for coming out tonight on this beautiful Friday evening. The party is just beginning. We're going out to the plaza. All your favorite players, characters, everybody will be out there signing autographs, taking pictures. Once again, Bananas Nation, we couldn't do this without you. My name is Shark. We love you. We'll see you back here again real soon. Have a beautiful rest of your weekend. Happy holidays. We'll see you out on the plaza. Love ya. Good night.
Well said by Shark. As you take a look at the full capacity Grayson Stadium emptying to join the party on the plaza out beyond first base. Welcome back up into the broadcast booth. Biko Scala, the voice of the Savannah Bananas here. So happy to have you watching tonight on YouTube. The comment chat was absolutely bonkers. Appreciate everybody who joined the crew and sauced a couple shekels out. We never, ever request it, but it is very kind of you when you do it for your own reasons. Okay, so the Bananas drop to 8-10-1 against the Party Animals. They have that 1 extra win against the Major League Baseball Players Alumni Association that will come back into play when we face off against them at the end of this here month down in Tampa at George M. Steinbrenner Field. The Party Animals on the other side of this thing improved to 10-8-1 and once again have a 2-game lead over the Bananas. So we will play 3 more games here in Savannah before we ship off to Charleston, West Virginia in a couple weeks for the Bananas to take on the Dirty Birds of the Atlantic League, and a 3-game chance, if the Bananas can possibly sweep all 3, they will lead the tour for the first time since opening night, when they had a really nice come-from-behind 4-3 victory down in West Palm Beach. Party Animals had a 5-1 deficit on night 2, scored 4 runs in the top of the ninth inning without committing an out even at that point, and then in showdowns won the game to make it the largest amount of points scored on the tour thus far. It ended up being 9-6. Since then, the Bananas have not had a winning record on this tour against the Party Animals. It has been all black and pink, and those boys over there who have been the visitors in 16 of the 19 games that they've played against the Nanners, which many people, when you look at the game of Banana Ball, you think might be a disadvantage, with the lone fact that you saw it a couple times tonight. Twice the Party Animals scored 4 runs. They won an inning 4-zip and then won another inning 4-3, and you win the inning 4-3, you only have a 1-run advantage anyhow. But you win an inning 4-0, then the Bananas walk off the next inning 1-zip, Well, you've scored 3 more runs, but the game's tied at a point apiece. So anyhow, I digress. The Party Animals have been incredibly impressive 20 games into the tour, and they showed their muscle again tonight. A really tremendous hitting performance. Okay, we have one more treat for you before we bring it back to the booth and shout out our entire cast and crew tonight and bid you adieu until next Thursday when we will be live at 6:30 p.m. Eastern for pregame show. Let's go down to the Party Plaza where Josh Talevsky, awful busy tonight, will be storming around, and we'll see if he can't ascertain a couple bananas or party animals. Josh, how you living down there, buddy?
I'm great, Biko. I'm out here in the Party Plaza. It's an excellent time, and I'm here with Jackson Olsen, who's had a pretty good game tonight despite the loss. Jackson, let's be honest. You nuked that ball to dead center. How did that feel for you? Your first home run as a Savannah Banana.
And my first home run in like 2 or 3 years, so that felt amazing. Skoll was running back like he was going to catch it, and he didn't. And Bill was like, "You just hit a home run." You know that? I'm like, "What? That actually happened?" So, let's go.
I mean, yeah, we're getting high fives out here. Jackson, you guys split the season series, or, well, this little series this weekend in Savannah. And now tell me, I've got to know, I mean, you guys had a rally last night. You put together a good rally. I mean, how do we get the offense a little earlier rather than just later in the ballgame?
Well, obviously, I mean, we have a lot of entertainment stuff we have to do during the game, but I think we're now flipping the switch into like kind of baseball mode a little more. And I think that all the guys are seeing that like this is an actual baseball game. Like, yeah, we're entertaining and that's amazing, but like we're getting really competitive now where I think the bats are going to start to turn around very, very fast.
Yeah, Jackson, I mean, your bat definitely turning around. You've got some hits in your last couple of games. Last thing I've got to ask you, finally back in Savannah after a little road trip, what is it like to be back playing in front of fans at Grayson Stadium?
Unreal. They're absolutely electric here no matter what. It doesn't matter how many people are here. They're playing like it's 20,000, so it's unreal.
Awesome. Jackson, great speaking to you. Man, go hey baby, go sign some autographs. Have fun out there, buddy.
You're the man. Thank you, guys.
All right, Nick, let's keep rolling out there. We're going to go find some more guys out there to speak to. Oh man, we are out in the Party Plaza today. Go Bananas! How was your night?
It was amazing, just like always, man.
What was
killing it every night?
What was the best part of being out at Grayson Stadium tonight, my friend?
Watching the home runs, man. Watching the big hits. That's always a great thing.
Long bombs away, as they say. That's really good stuff. Hey, great speaking to you. Hope you guys have had a great night.
We did. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thank you guys a long time.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. I am nearing the legend Reginald Horton. We're going to have him on the broadcast. Reg, you're signing some autographs. What did you think of tonight's game?
I think we tried really hard, but we had to come out. I think we started a little too late, but we always got to move on and play the next game. And we're going to be ready for the next game. We're going to always be tapped in. We're always going to be juiceful. We're gonna hold the team accountable, but they try to come back.
Right.
So if we had one more inning or two, we would have came back and won.
I think you're right, Reggie. The offense coming alive very late. And now, Reggie, the last thing I've got to ask you. You had an incredible pregame speech today, but here's the thing. Dan Oberst whispered in your ear, and you went from a 10 to a 15. Tell me, what did Dan say to you in that dugout, or in the dugout today?
He said that was an awesome speech. He said that was the best one yet.
And he told you to keep going, didn't he, Reg? Awesome. Reggie, great talking to you. Keep signing some autographs, buddy. You're the legend here in Banana Land.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, man. Always great talking to Reggie. Me and Nick going to keep moving our way, hopefully going to find a party animal or two to talk to. They're the big winners tonight. A 5-3 final. All right, we keep making our way here through the plaza. And I think we've got another banana in store for us, Biko. Excuse me, folks. Excuse me, folks. You good, Nick? Here we go. I'm going to be joined here with Noah Bridges, turning around with me. Noah, I mean, entertainment-wise, you killed the Risky Business dance. Tell me about prepping for that and how you think it went.
So when they told me, I was like, oh, that's fun. I love that movie, you know. I'm wearing my tights out there, have a good time. I watched it a couple, give myself a refresher. I got here today, put the tights on. Jesse was like, no tights.
Yeah, I think
the whole thing.
I think you draw some comparisons to Tom Cruise. What do you think?
Well, I was nervous I was gonna mess it up, so I gave about 20 dry runs, but I had a really fun time. I enjoyed it.
You looked great out there, buddy. Last thing I've got to ask you, what is it like to be back in Savannah playing in front of fans at Grayson Stadium?
It's undescribable. I thought my baseball career was over. I came out here, played 6 games in the summer series, and you guys, y'all just family. Y'all took care of me so well, invited me to come back, and I can't thank y'all enough. Y'all are the best.
Noah, we love having you. I love talking to you, man. You're a staple of that Bananas outfield. You keep having fun out here in the plaza.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Y'all. Love y'all.
Oh my goodness. Trying to move the mic around here, looking for some party animals. Oh, here we go. I think we can get one party animal before we sign up for this broadcast tonight. And here we go. We're going to talk to player coach Sam Claycamp. Sam, great to have you on the broadcast.
Thanks for having me.
Big 5-3 win. You split the weekend series here in Savannah. What are your thoughts on tonight's game, buddy?
Well, the bats were loud. We hit the ball every inning. I think the pitcher's Porter was amazing. He diced everybody up. Wow, I mean, the bats were just alive tonight.
I know, and after last night, I mean, bats were pretty quiet, and that's very non-typical for the party animals. I mean, what was the key to getting back on track today after yesterday?
A solid BP. Everybody was locked in the locker room, jamming out, having a good time. We just loosened back up today. We were a little tight yesterday. Big series in Arizona, come back home. We were just a little sluggish. Today we weren't. Today we came out good.
Yeah, Peoria party animals getting a win in Savannah, right, buddy?
That's right. We're hoping for Peoria. We love it.
And Sam, final question. Every time I look over in that party animals dugout, you guys are having the time of your lives. Just describe that culture in the clubhouse a little bit for me.
I mean, we're feeling good. Everybody's feeling good. Everybody's a little buttered up, just having a good time. It's finally fun for everybody. We've loosened up, found ourselves, found our own personalities. We got guys like this who just loves every second of it. We got Jake Lealios, we got Jake Skoll.
Coach of the year right here. Hey, he taught us everything we know. He taught us all the things we know.
Awesome stuff. Sam, thanks for joining me. Great to hear from Jake Skoll and see Dustin Baber there in the background. Let's go, Pico. It's a party out here in the plaza, but I got to sign off for the night. Back up to you.
Thank you so much, Josh. Well, that was a whole bucket of fun down in the plaza. Thank you to everybody who took a time to hang out with Mr. Talevsky. That was a blast. Okay, before we shut it down and say goodbye until next Thursday night when we'll be back in action here in Grayson Stadium with the Bananas taking on the Party Animals, time to shout out our incredible cast and crew who made this whole production possible. And it all starts in the chat with our moderators, Katrissa Ballet and Colbite. The two of you are rock stars and have really transformed the BTV viewing experience. So I can't tell you how much we appreciate it. Gabriella down in the stands all over a sold-out Grayson Stadium on the fan cam, absolutely killing it. On the roaming camera tonight in the Matt Malatesta face-adorned NIL jersey, Nick Keldy, an absolute rock star. On the low home camera, Keegan Woods, really fantastic, getting a vantage point that we have not been able to see a whole lot, and it is so nice when we are able to fill it in over the past few games. On the high home camera, Clayton Franklin, the best in the business and just getting better every single day. On third base, Dakota Burns said, across the diamond, the Iron Horse of Bananas TV, Emerson Elmgren. The two of them are a dynamic duo, and boy, are they getting powerful together. On the scorebug, Michael Basista, so great to have you back in action. On all the other graphics that you saw this evening, Julia, the best in the biz. On replay, Jalen, you are a rock star, the light of my life. Goodness gravy, did you show us a whole lot tonight that we really needed to see. That was fantastic. On the audio, Kwanzi, I couldn't tell you how it sounded, but every time I watch the games back, it sounds amazing. So I'm just going to bet that you absolutely knocked it out of the park once again. Our technical director, Griffin Ellis, always pressing all the right buttons. The brains, Griff, you're a rock star. Our director, Chris Haynes, always has his eye on the prize and is a magnificent man, calling the shots in the control room. room. And up here in the booth, our coordinating producer, Chad Reese, the straw that stirs the drink of Bananas TV. The true man with the master plan. Chad killed it, as per usual. For Josh Talebski, down on the field, all over the place, side-lying and out on the plaza, thank you so much, my dear man. And to Evan Olawani, Dalton Cornett for popping up on the broadcast, Chase Acuff for slapping a mic on. I am Biko Scala saying so long. The Party Animals take this one 4-3. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back Thursday night. Enjoy your Easter weekend, Passover, whatever you've got going on. Mom, I saw your comment. I know you can't eat pizza tomorrow night. I'll pick up some gefilte fish and some parsley. We'll dip it in some salt water. Grab a little kugel. We'll have a blast. Have a great evening, everybody. We'll see you later.